be that would only be the real only thing that will make me at peace. So that's what he said. That's what she said. Another similar situation, also waiting for her judgment, she said, Father, I like this feeling that I do not have judgment yet, that I do not receive my sentence yet. It gives me a lot of hope. Waiting for something that I do not know yet gives me freedom, because I do not know how long will I stay. It could be many years, 10, more than 10 years, 20 years, but it could also be a few years only. So not knowing which one gives me freedom. So you see, two persons in the same situation have different reactions. For us, we are in the time of Advent. We are also waiting, and we are also preparing. How do we react on this situation? How do we act in this moment of waiting? Some of us, when we hear the gospel of today, talking about Jesus coming, the end of the world, the end of everything that we see, gives us a feeling of fear, gives us a feeling of uncertainty, and makes us feel uncomfortable. But we have to remember that this moment of Advent, this moment of preparation, we are expecting the coming of Jesus, not just any other person. We are preparing not just for His birth at Christmas, but also His second coming. And we know Jesus, and He knows us. This should not make us afraid. This should make us happy. It should be the same feeling when you are expected to go back home for vacation. It should be the same feeling when you are waiting to see members of your family. We should have this kind of excitement. We should have this kind of willingness to do everything to prepare for the coming of a very special person. They should not make us afraid or feel uncertain. Jesus knows us, and He loves us. We also know Him, and we love Him. There is no cause of fear. But while waiting, there are things that we have to do. And our gospel for today asks us to stay awake. How do we stay awake? Maybe we will drink a lot of coffee, or we watch Korean novela, YouTube videos, vlogs, share likes. There are many ways to stay awake, and I think our readings are telling us what to do. In our first reading, we hear from Prophet Isaiah. He shall judge between the nations and impose terms of many peoples. They shall beat their swords, make their swords into plowshares, their spears into pruning hook. One nation shall not raise the sword against another, nor shall they trade for war again. So that means we will make something that is an instrument of destruction into something productive. Like for example, swords. Swords are weapons of war, weapons of destruction. These are instruments of people who are racing against nations. So swords are used to kill people, but we will beat the swords, make it into a plowshares. Plowshare is something that we use in agriculture. We're plowing the field. So from something destructive, make it into something productive. We make the spears. Spears are used for killing people, into pruning hooks. Pruning hooks are One nation shall not wage war against another, nor shall they train for war again. No need to train for war because there will be peace. This is something that we can do. What are the areas in our lives that are destructive? Things that do not do anything good to us. In our relationship with one another, what are the actions that are destructive, that are killing other people? How do we make these swords, these spears, into plowshares and pruning hooks? How do we make these destructive things and make them something that would be better, not just for you, but also for the community? How do we make destruction become into something constructive? St. Paul in the second reading said, "It is now the hour for us to be awake from sleep. Salvation is near. Let us then throw works of darkness, put on the armor of light. Let us not give ourselves into orgies and drunkenness, promiscuity and lust, not in rivalry and jealousy, because these are the things that destroy us and destroy our relationship with other people and our relationship with God. We will put ourselves the armor of light because we are waiting for the Prince of Light. We will have the chance to renew ourselves, to be better persons, to be better individuals. I always like the image of New Year. Now it's a new liturgical year. When we were children, I do not know if you have done this or you still keep doing this. When we were children in high school or elementary, every New Year you have New Year's resolution. Like for example, start jogging, doing some exercise, and then the next week we forget about this New Year's resolution. Or we have to list down things that we think that will make us, that will improve ourselves or improve our lives as Christians. And then sometimes it gets us so frustrated because we cannot fulfill what we are planning. We cannot fulfill the things that we set for ourselves. And we fail, and then next year again, and then next year again, and do the same things, and without doing the same things. Sometimes it makes us frustrated. But New Year's, Advent seasons are reminders that we always have new chances, new beginnings. Advent, New Year, or the New Year of the Church, are reminders of God's love and mercy who is always there. God is willing to give us new chances, new beginnings. He will not look at you as someone who has not fulfilled your resolutions or the things that you set for yourselves. He will not say to you that you will not have any hope, that you will not change, that you will stay forever that way. God is always having this vast deposit of opportunities, and new opportunities are given to us every time. So that's why the season of Advent, there will be a lot of people who will go for confession. It is not bad because it is something that we do in order to prepare for the coming of God, for coming of Jesus, for His birth. But let us remember that confessions does not end only on the confession room. When God gave us new chances, when God gave us new opportunities to renew our commitment to Him, to renew our love to Him, we also have responsibility to share the same grace that we have received from Him to learn with how to forgive ourselves and how to forgive others. After we leave the confession room, receiving the forgiveness that we receive from God, it is our responsibility to share it to others, not just keep it to ourselves. That's how we prepare ourselves for the coming of God. We share the blessings that we receive. We give others second chances, new opportunities, in the same way as God has given us new chances and new opportunities. We give them chances to renew their commitments to us. We give them chances to change in the same way as God has given us chances to change ourselves. We do not know when is the coming of the Son of Man. We do not know when will Jesus come. That's why we have to stay awake. That means we have to prepare every time. We should not be afraid about that. But there is not also an announcement, a special time, a special day that we will announce of that day, that hour, Jesus will come. No, there are no things like that. At the time that we let least expect, Jesus will come. Our gospel says, two men will be out in the field. One will be taken and one will be left. Two women will be grinding at the mill. One will be taken and one will be left. Two men in the field. Two women grinding the mill. That means they are doing things that they are regularly doing. Before the time of Jesus, men are doing their work in the field. Women are doing the work in the house, preparing meal. So it is during these ordinary activities, during these everyday works that Jesus will come. There will not be a special day, a special announcement, a special arrangement of His coming. Every day is a chance, and every day